Yeah, right up there was where the fire was. You can see how it's burned down a little bit. It was controlled, but it looks like there's still people there, so the club must still be open. What's up, everybody? Arty 84 here, Wicked Explorers, and we're at Suffolk Downs in East Boston Revere right now. I think the last time we filmed here was when we did the racetrack. We walked around there about a year or two. But since then, they've already started construction on this giant project that they're working on. If you know anything about Assembly Row in Somerville, which we covered a couple times, it's a very similar project. Lots of apartments, lots of commercial space, medical space and stuff like this. So driving through it right now, you can see like we're back here where all this stuff is. That used to be, I'm not sure what was over there. They started tearing it up there. I know they've knocked down some tanks that were over there, and they've closed all this area. This was all parking at one point. But let's go check out, see if we can get closer to up here. It's going. So years ago, this is where they were hoping to put the casino. They ended up in Everett. But yes, the dog park's open. The dog park is part of the Alright, so yeah, so we're on the actual track. This is like where the horses used to race. You see the main building behind us. We actually did this a couple summers ago. We walked with Henry around, check it out, but this is currently still open, but they're starting the construction over that area over there. There was a fire about a year ago on the roof up there. You can kind of see, let me zoom in and see if I can show you where the fire was. It was up in one of the boxes up top. It could have been from a firework, it could have been from, well, who knows, something, an air conditioning unit or something like that. Yeah, right up there was where the fire was. You can see how it's burned down a little bit. It was controlled, but it looks like there's still people there, so the club must still be open. So you can still bet, I believe, here. There's like a, have like a clubhouse up there. That's part of everything. Where the windows are right there. That's where like the grandstands where we could sit and watch the racing. While the place was open, but that doesn't seem to be open enough. There's definitely people over there. So I wonder if the club is still open, which I would imagine because of all the cars that are in the parking lot. There's a lot of cars for a place that's pretty much closed. There's no one walking in. It is a Friday afternoon though. But over there is the new construction. It's at the very, very, very far end of Suffolk Downs. Not even where the track was. It's past the track. It's where the stables used to be, but that's the first building they have up right there. Yeah, look at all those cars. So the club is right there in the corner. There are little stairs are. And there's definitely people there. So you can still bet on horse racing, I bet. Inside there, I bet on horse racing. You can still bet on the horse racing in the club. Just the tracks. So they've been keeping that open as long as possible. I just noticed that the ST on the corner up there for Suffolk Downs, it's pretty cool. Really, really cool looking building. And we don't know if they're saving the building or part of the building in the master plan, what they're doing, but they really should, because it's really at least part of it, because it's so historic and cool. But let's see what else. I seen Blink 182 in the middle of that thing.
No, it's cool if you live here.
No, yeah, like it's Suffolk Downs one. It's very quiet and airy. Like quiet and airy, like a graveyard. Yeah, buddy. Alright, do you want to go see the other sandcastle? So this area over here is basically, I guess they're starting to do something over there. So they probably might start some of the construction on this side over here. I know they're putting several roads in It's gonna be like pretty much a neighborhood over here, just pretty much like assembly. But let's check out this building. They haven't knocked this down yet, but I'm sure it'll be soon to be knocked down. This is the old, I'm not sure what they did. I think people lived here, or the offices were there. I don't really know what this building was for, but it had something to do with the racetrack. But I'm surprised it's still building there. It's all boarded up, and it obviously has the red cross on there, so that means it's, you know, abandoned building. No one's living there in case of a fire or something. But offices, I'm thinking maybe for the people who worked at the stables, because all the stables were out past that area. We're gonna drive by a little bit. Let's see what's left over here. If I can walk by real quick. Let's get out of the car and take a look of the remnants of it before they knock it all down. Yeah, so I'll put a little portion of the film that we did when we came here twice, actually. Once to walk around, once for the last race day. I'll put them in right now so you get a sample of that, and then I'll show you what it looks like now. And like I said, this is not going to be around very long. I think its days are numbered until they start knocking this down or start doing something. So let's go to the far end, check it out. That's how you walked in to the grandstands. Little turnstiles, $2 to get in. These were stairs to the club. I think back in the day, see upside up there. And I'm not sure if I want to walk up these stairs because they look like they've seen better days. But I think this is like a premium section up here. They could go and watch from a higher view. I think that's how, I've been in a couple horse tracks before, that's kind of how it was. So this is the basic, and that's the club up there. And let's see, Massachusetts Gaming Commission, valid passes only. So this must be, they must have been using it as offices at one point while they were doing work. But if you can see over there, there's the new construction over there that we've seen from the stables are all over here. All this dirt and stuff. They've been gone for quite some time, but there were a lot of stables. There was tons of stables actually. But it's historic. This was a very well-known used racetrack in the Boston area. You know what? Well, these stairs are pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, I just don't want to go up there. It's just in case it says no trespassing. You can see the awnings are gone, and there's something there at one point. I don't know what that was. Maybe some windows or maybe another entrance, or, you know, I think this building was like close to 100 years old. I've been racing for about 100 years and stuff. But, you know, it's a shame that they didn't incorporate the casino over here, because what they would have done is probably kept the racetrack. I actually see a piece of the, right there, you know, they would have kept the racetrack and basically built a casino around it and added on, and, you know, that would have been cool. The history would have been, when they originally put the bid in for the casino, Caesars was supposed to go here. Caesars that you know from Vegas and all that. And then there were votes. It's properties in both towns, Revere and East Boston, which was part of Boston. And one part said they wanted it, the other part said they didn't want it. So what they were gonna do was still build a casino, but only have the casino in the town that wanted it. I believe Revere wanted it and East Boston didn't want it. And then that fell through. And then Mohegan came in, which they have a casino in Pennsylvania and Connecticut, was gonna go and put their bid in for the casino. And then like in the 25th hour, right before everything was gonna close, Wynn put a bid in Everett for a piece of property, where the whole casino currently is now. And they overall won because there's too much going back and forth to this property, who was gonna do it, who was gonna run it. And if one city wanted it, one city didn't want it, and it was a big debacle. I'm shocked they were able to even get something constructed over here. But I have my theories on that. But it's a huge piece of land over here. The only problem is you get the oil tanks over there. You do get airplanes that pretty much touch the ceiling up to these buildings because of how close we are to Logan Airport. But it would have been a good thing. As we see now, the traffic really isn't a big deal with the casino in Everett. So that whole thing when people worried about traffic was kind of, didn't make any sense. So I think it's gonna actually be more traffic with the shopping center they're gonna build here with the apartments than it would be with a casino. But you know, it is what it is. But let's see if we can see inside here. So there's an escalator up to the upper level. If you walk through there for security reasons, these doors are locked. Not to be left unlocked for any reason. They don't want homeless people in there. But you can kind of see right into the, how you'd get to the outside. See, yeah, and that's where we went when we went into the last video. Over here's a little bit better. Yeah, you can see right to the track, and you can walk right out there. And that's where all the, you know, concessions were, the ticket booths were. It was a lot of open space down there, a lot of wasted space that really no one ever utilized. It could have been used. This is what all been casino space. They would have had the casino floor here. You would have had an addition. You would have had a hotel. It would have been something great. It's kind of what they did in New Hampshire at the Brook, which was an old dog park. The Brook is right over the border in Seabrook. I don't know if we did a video there or not, but that's where I was going for my bets prior to online gambling being legal here in Massachusetts. But there's basically a Greyhound track. When they banned Greyhound racing, they turned it into a casino, and they started off with poker, and they ended up with a full-blown casino now. So it's actually a really cool, smaller casino to go to visit. No hotel or anything like that, but definitely a cool place to check out if you're up in the New Hampshire area and you want to play some bets. They do have sports gambling. They have table games, whatever, but it's kind of, this would have been a giant version of that, basically. Another big staircase. Looks like there was three major staircase. That must have been like a special entrance over there, because there's only one of those. And that would get you upstairs, and you know, and then you have all these doors, and these are the exits, I would believe. Well, maybe the entrances. Let's see. See if they get turnstiles in here. I think this is all blocked up. I don't think there's anything in there. Yeah, this just brings you up to the undercarriage of the building, the storage area. But I bet there were concessions and stuff there back in the day. So I suggest, since they have already started construction, if you do want to check this out, Suffolk Downs Racetrack here in East Boston, Revere, do it soon, because I'm not quite sure when they're knocking this down. They keep extending the gambling for the club, so you know, it's only a matter of time until they just don't do it anymore and they say screw it. But look how many cars are here in this parking lot for a place that doesn't have live racing, and you can just simulcast. There are a lot of people here, and I guess it's the thing too with like online horse racing. There's like one website you can use called like Twin Sparrows or something like that. But for the most part, like the online gambling doesn't touch it. So the only other option you have if you don't want to do online is to come to a place like this. But there's some big doors right here. So when they brought the stuff in. I went to a concert here years ago. I seen Blink 182 back in 2000, which was awesome at the time. But there's lights on in there. Let's see if I can poke my head up there and see if I can see anything. I can envision what these concourses used to look like, probably on a Saturday afternoon in the summer or spring. I remember being at school, middle school down the street over there, and they used to do live racing 3 days a week, and I used to be able to hear them make the announcements. What a nice day when the windows were open. So it kind of reminds me of that back in the day, but it's gonna be gone pretty soon. And it's a lot of history for the North Shore area, Revere, and neighboring towns in East Boston, of course. But you know, back in the day, they started with that shopping center over there when I was in high school, and that was about all they touched, because they really weren't sure what they're gonna do with this. But you know, it's faith. So that is it. So thank you guys for watching, and if you are gonna check this out, I would suggest you check it out soon, because like I said, they could bring a record ball to this place at any given time. I really don't know. So you know, I just happen to be in the area, so I happen to help me out. Nice day. Let me check it out. So thank you guys for watching. Leave your comments below if you haven't been here, or you know anything information about this. I know there's a website you can go to. It has like the master plan and stuff. But curious if anyone's stories they want to share about this place, because it's really, really cool. And like I said, a lot of history in racing, horse racing and stuff. So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys later. You guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and click the alarm so whenever you get notification we get new ones. See you later. Bye.